Hello everybody, happy Labor Day. It's Labor Day 2022, September 5th, 2022. And it's about 3:30 in the afternoon here. I wanted to do a quick video on weather conditions, and this is all VFR since I do not have an IFR rating. So weather conditions and whether or not to fly. So I don't know if we can get the sock in this picture over here. The wind is like a steady breeze from the southwest. Definitely west and definitely south. And I'm going to pull back here to make sure we keep the weather in view. And you know, VFR, you could fly. Although that's a tight squeeze. It looks like a tight squeeze there, but that ceiling, and this is a ceiling by the way, so it's not a cavalier. I'm going to say that ceiling is about somewhere between 3,500 and 4,500 feet above sea level. Alright, that's just a generalization. But you can fly VFR, there's plenty of visibility. And the ceiling is high enough where you can fly under it. If that ceiling comes down and you're flying around, and you're up there flying and it squeezes you, you're in trouble. So you better take a good close look at the immediate forecast. There's more open air over there, as you can see. So if you're flying and you see an area like that, you need to get down on the ground. You might want to go in that direction. You should know, one thing you should know when you're flying and there's some weather changes imminent, and there are right now weather changes imminent. It's supposed to start raining a little bit later. It's supposed to rain through tonight and all day tomorrow. So if you're thinking about flying, you should know that. And you should know when, you know, you need to be back on the ground just to play it safe. If they say that the weather's going to be coming through at like 7 o'clock, you want to be back on the ground at 6 o'clock in the evening. I think I can hear some thunder rumbles, I think. Yeah, sounds like thunder to me. And that means convective activity. All right, so we're looking east here. Let's turn around now. That's due north, and you keep on turning to the left, and things get a little bit more ominous, a little darker. Looks like a system moving in right there. All right, so the difference between here and over here is dramatic and significant. And going back towards the west, it looks darker, no breaks in the clouds. So, but if the wind's coming from the southwest, I'm looking at the northwest right there, so I'm not sure if that should be coming our way. I don't think it is. And then as you continue to pan to the left, it looks a little bit darker than it does here, but still you get the idea. And then boom, right here, there's a break in the clouds. So if you're VFR, you want to know where those breaks in the clouds are. You really got to be on your toes. I mean, you have to have a reason for flying when you know that there's weather coming in. You have to have a good reason for it, and the go no-go decision should be should be very conservative. You shouldn't be taking any chances with the weather, and like a Cessna, you know, 152, 172. Any small general aviation airplane, you really shouldn't be playing footsies with the weather, or the weather shouldn't be a guessing game. The immediate forecast should be clear. You should be looking at PI-REPs, especially PI-REPs from pilots coming in from the west and through the system. You know, if they encounter any convective activity, they should report it. So, pretty quiet today. I just saw a twin land. So it looked like a Piper twin. It wasn't a King Air. They just landed. They don't have anything else ready to take off over here. I'm looking at this big Gulf Stream they have parked right out front. Let's see if I can get a zoom in on it. Okay, see that T-tail jet right in the middle there? I'd like to get closer to it to show you. That's a big boy, some kind. You know, I'm guessing, when I say big boy, I mean for these guys, 25,000, 30,000 pounds maybe. And again, you know, I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure what the average weight of a private jet is. I know those Sikorsky's S-92s were coming in at around 20 27,000 pounds in there, something like that. That's 5 tons. 27,000 pounds, 5 tons, being lifted by helicopter blades. So anyway, this is southeastern Pennsylvania, and you can see that there's weather systems coming in, and there really is a ceiling. There's a ceiling no matter where you look. And over here, like if you wanted to look at this gap in the cloud cover over here, that looks like it goes up, but you can see you don't see blue sky anywhere. So you don't know what's going to happen there, but that's the only opening there, and then on the northeast side. Well, it's kind of over here too. You know, this doesn't look too bad. This is where the wind. I've got the camera pointed directly into the wind now, and that's due south. Now that sock just spun around over there, so let's see. And the sock is pretty much showing a westerly wind from the west. So we got weather coming in. Everybody was talking about it today. And happy Labor Day, everybody. Although I don't understand this holiday. What, you get a holiday because you work? I don't, you know, it's supposed to be to support the unions or something like that. Back in the day, unions were pretty darn important. You know, these moguls of big industry, they didn't care about workers' safety. They let children, you know, 10, 12-year-old children go out and work 12-hour days. I've got curse words for those guys, you know. I've got curse words for them, and somebody should go out and make them understand that they shouldn't. Children should not have to work. You know, I don't think that kids should have to work until they're 15, 16 maybe, and that should be their choice. By the time they're 18, they got to be ready to roll up their sleeves and do some kind of work. But before then, I don't think it should be mandatory. But then again, you know, who knows? Like, well, I do know that child work laws were needed, and the unions were involved in getting that done. So, happy day, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of the month of September, and we've got the fall months coming up around here, and all this green that we see in the trees, that's all going to change over the next 3 or 4 months. 3 months, actually. September, October, yeah, 3 months. By late November, these trees will be bare. They should be anyway, unless the climate changes, like running away with our health and welfare. Peace.